What do you think? It's a good day. It's Saturday. How are you doing today? I'm good. This is Sherry, and today I'm working on this journal. So you may have seen a couple days ago where I showed you the journals I'm working on and things I was using. So I have progressed, and I'm working on this one first. I'm working on a couple, right? School, back to school, whatever you want to call it, journals. And this one, my first day of school. Here's the cover. So I've got the fabric on here. I did add this orange rickrack, and I've got two signatures. Here's the back. So I was cutting up some pieces, the pages for this journal, and if you saw that, I don't know if I showed that or not, but I had cut a piece off where we had the cat here and the books, and they were on that cut off. So I separated them because I wanted to, my goal was to cover the barcode, which was right here, and I was going to use the cat, but it didn't fit there, so I used the cat over here. And these are like 3 books there together on a shelf or something. So I put those there. I think that looks really cute. And inside, I'm going to try to show you what I've added, which I don't think you've seen. So I've added a pocket here, just in case you have seen it. This might be repeat, but this is a fold up here pocket. And then let's see, what else did I add? So far, just a few pockets. Let's see. This is a pocket here. This is some bulletin board trim from Dollar Tree. Added that as a pocket there, and another piece of bulletin board trim from Dollar Tree that looks like a ruler. This one looks like writing paper, like primary kids writing paper. This one looks like a ruler, so I put that there as a side tuck. And then, let's see, I think there's one more pocket in this signature, this first signature. Yeah, right here is the other side of that folded up page. And then I think that's the end of this signature. I did add some rickrack on a couple of pages. Some green that you just saw here. And this is green and white actually. And I think I added some more here. But I mean, this is not a flip through or anything. I'm just trying to give you a little progress update. Because we're gonna make some ephemera today. And I want to add one more pocket to this journal. A real fun pocket. So let's see, here's another bulletin board, the writing, kind of like writing paper. Those are all cardstock. And let's see. And I'm just showing you quickly because I don't want this to be like a flip through or anything. It's just progress update here. So, okay. So, yeah. I definitely feel like I would like another pocket here in this second signature. And so I'm going to put it right here. I already went through here before the video to find a spot. And it's, and I almost forgot about these, but these little buses, they were, the cookie boxes from Dollar Tree. I got these last year. They had these last year too, and I picked up one last year, gave the cookies to my granddaughter, and I took the box back and said, you can have the cookies, but I want the box. So I was going to put this one here. And I liked it here because there's plenty of room for it. This is a nice sturdy page. It's a workbook page, but it's nice and sturdy. And I have the yellow rickrack, which actually matches the bus really well. I have both sides of the boxes. There's a bus if you get those. This year they have this one, and they have another one that's red, and it says, I think it says Safari Bus on it. But I like this one, more like the yellow school bus. So this one you can see I left the underneath, like this was the box. This is the whole front of the box, or one side of the box. So this is what it looks like with this part underneath the tires, right? On this one, I cut around the tires. I just wanted to see what that would look like, and I like it both ways. But I'm going to put this one here as a pocket, so we're just going to glue this down here with some Fabri-Tac. So let's go ahead and do that. And then I have a little ephemera crafting I would like to show you and give you an idea on. And it came about because, well, I put some of these in these flashcards in, journals, and if you ever got one and say you didn't know what to do with it. I don't want to put this all the way up. I'm going to leave it, just the glue just to go to there, so it won't be too hard to, and you actually have like a little wider spot to get whatever you want in this pocket. But I do want plenty of glue on here because this is a very pretty thick piece of, say, cardstock, so I want it to make sure it's glued down nicely and nice and sturdy and going to stay where I put it. So I'm trying to make sure there's plenty of glue here, but not too much. Okay, so let's do it. So I'm going to put this right here, close to the rickrack as possible. Have the tires on the page, of course, and then it goes over to here. So I don't need it to go right into the fold because then it's going to be like, you know, leaning over, and that'll be harder to glue down. So I'm just going to have it go right to right there, and then over here to the rickrack. So it fits right there perfectly, and I think this is a, you know, it looks just really cute on this page. So that's what I'm doing for the pocket. Another pocket in this signature. So I'm going to leave that. I'm going to put this over on the other side of my table, leave it open to dry, and I can make sure it's all stuck down and it sticks down nicely. But yeah, that looks really cute. Animal crackers. So let's see, let me put it over here because I have my ingredients for the ephemera craft out here in front of me. So let me put this over there too, the other side of the box. I didn't get another one this year yet because, and I could even be too late, but I'm trying not to, you know, like I want to use, if I don't use both of these, because I do need a bigger journal for it, right? I need a bigger journal, and I don't know if it'll fit in the little golden book. So, okay, so these are the flashcards I'm going to be crafting with today, and if I've put one in if you've bought a journal from me and I put one in there and you didn't know what to do with it, I'm going to give you an idea. So you can just decorate it, like, you know, add stickers or little words or whatever you want, but I'm going to show you what I'm doing. So the idea is to kind of redo these because these are old, a little grungy, and I just want to make them prettier, you know? That's my thought on it. That's my you know, what I'm thinking. So let me see. I'm trying to think of what I need. I think I need my paper cutter. And I've got scissors here and glue, of course. Here's my paper cutter if I need it. And first of all, I'm going to cover one side of these. This is all I have left of this size of these kind of like really old. I got these from, I believe the lady was a teacher. I mentioned it before, I think. But I think the lady was a teacher, and she, you know, had passed away. This particular one, I went to a couple of teacher estate sales. One where the teacher actually just moved and left stuff that she didn't want, and then in the estate sale, people came in and sold the rest of her stuff. And then one where the teacher actually did pass away, and, you know, nobody was left in the house, so... But that particular one where the teacher did pass away, you know, just had tons of flashcards in her basement. And I'll never forget it because it was like I found treasure buried under the house almost. She had a ton of flashcards, and she also had, which I don't think I bought, I don't know if I bought any there, but it was like, she had a ton of, I think it's she had some old books, which I don't think I bought any there because I already have, you know, a bunch of old books, and they weren't anything that, you know, really was unique. They weren't unique or special or anything like that, so they didn't really grab me. And I think she had a ton of the older Reader's Digest magazines, and I may have bought a few of those. Because the older ones, not the newer ones, but the older ones I think are really cool. They have a lot of old ads, you know, and things like that. So that's what I like about those. All right, so this is, let's see, do I have two sides? Yeah, I have two sides. Let's go ahead and just glue this down here. So I want to recover one side, And so we're gonna kind of like make new flashcards out of these. I know we're making flashcards out of flashcards, but I want to use these, and I want to make them. I kind of just want to, you know, I don't want to cut them up or anything like that. I just want to use them, and they're, you know, nice cardstock, but they're just, to me, if I were going to put it in my journal, this is what I would do to it, I think. I've thought about it, and this is what I decided, because I just, you know, I wanted to decorate them in some way, actually, but I just felt like they were too grungy. So that's what motivated me to just kind of, you know, they are flashcards, so let's make some new flashcards out of them. I don't know. Like, I have a lot of flashcards that are not grungy. They're perfectly clean and everything, and these are just a little too grungy for me. So they're the perfect thing to just do whatever you want with, you know? Don't worry about it. If you just want to use them for cardstock, you can. You don't have to make them into flashcards. You can make them into whatever you want. Let me see if I can cut this with my paper cutter. That might be a little faster, but I don't know if I can cut right beside the flashcard easily. Let's see. Oh, I think I did pretty good there. Okay. We did do it. I couldn't fit 3 across, so we're just going to do. Now here, I think I'm going to need to cut the rest with scissors, because it's just too, I don't know if these are perfectly even across the top, you know, if I were to cut across the 2 of them. So I think if I just use scissors, that will be the easiest and quickest way. So I'd like to do a bunch of these, but I don't know how much time we'll have here on the video. But let's just see what we can do. I think this is going to be really fun, and I think that we're going to like the outcome, the result. I think it's going to be, I always get amazed and surprised at the outcome. If you know what I mean? Like, I'll do something like, oh, that came out really good. I don't know why. I can picture it in my head, but when I actually do it, it's like, oh, wow, that really did come out the way I was thinking, or better than I thought, right? So, yeah, it's fun. It's fun when that happens, right? Better than the opposite, right? Like, oh, wow, that is not at all what I was thinking. That's terrible, you know, that type of thing. Okay, so here we go. Here's our recovered, new, that side. See, I wanted that color too. This, like, manila file folder, I wanted that color because it's kind of close to maybe what these looked like when they were new, a little bit, you know, maybe a little darker, but that's okay. So I think this is going to be the flashcard side where I'm putting the file folder, and so we're gonna put some. I've got some letter stickers here, and I've got some fussy cuts. So I think we're going to have a lot of fun with those. And then the other side, now you could put this on both sides. And like this side could be your writing if you wanted to use it for journaling. Like save one side for writing and one side for decorating. So, and then you can use whatever paper you want to decorate. I wanted a solid manila like this for the flashcard type side so that I could make it look like a new flashcard. So that's the flashcard side, as you can see, and I cut out the exact shape of the flashcard, even with that little corner. Let's see, I see a little bit of paper there I need to get to make this straight. Okay, pretty good. Now let's get rid of these scraps and little pieces. And now this side, I have some cut-offs, and I have some paper that I have once upon a time folded in half and made into pages. Okay, and this is one of them, and this is one of them. I have a whole stack over my table. I have them over there so I can use them. So, and they fit, the flashcards fit right on here, you know what I mean? So, now we're not using them as pages, I'm using the paper itself as paper instead of, as I once upon a time, like I said, made them into pages, but I never used them in the, like, traveler's notebook size journal that I was going to make. So let's use this one first. I'm going to use this side right here. And so let me cut off this fold so I can separate the front. Like there's a fold there, so I might as well cut it off. Plus I've got that flower. And we may put that on one too. We'll see. Like put this on and leave the flower as a decoration. We'll see. That could be fun. You know, really cute. So we're going to glue this on here. Let's pick out a piece of paper for here. So this one, this is a cutoff. I have to decide. I have this inside of that journal I just showed you, inside the front and back cover, but I kind of want this one here. These stars. And I still have a whole other piece here too that I'll be able to use if I want the plaid. So let's glue, we're going to glue this here and this here. And then we'll cut those out and we'll be ready to decorate the other side and make it into a flashcard. And I think this is going to be, I just can't wait to get my fussy cuts out here and show you. I mean, I looked through my die cuts like Ephemera that I, ephemera packages that you buy, which are like die cuts, all kinds of things. I looked through those, but I thought, no, these fussy cuts are going to be perfect. So I'm so glad that I actually have some to use, because, if you don't cut anything out, then you wouldn't have any. And I've gone through a few books and cut out quite a few little, creatures and critters. And so now I get to use them. And I've used them before, but you know what I mean. Okay, so this is the side we want to keep for our flashcard. There's this one so far. Let's see, where's my little corner? I gotta cut that off. Right here. And I'll keep that little corner. A little nod to our former grungy flashcard. And then this one we're going to glue down there. So, I'm just using Fabri-Tac. It glues it out down real nice, but you can use whatever glue you want. But this is cardstock paper, and these are thick, cardstocky type flashcards. And so I think this is going to work out very well. All right. So yes, this is going to be posted on Saturday, so I hope everyone had a good week. And I know I heard people talk about the air quality where y'all have the smoke, and I hope that it's getting better. Really, I don't know. I've seen some updates, and I hope it's getting better for everyone, including, people in the U.S. and Canada. So, yeah, I have been in some smoke before. I don't know where the smoke here, if it was from, like I live in North Carolina, so maybe the smoke, if there was some fire somewhere in North Carolina, it did come over this way. It seems like I've experienced it somewhere before. Or in Florida, where it gets really hotter even than here, even though it's hot here. It's even hotter in Florida, and, there have been fires in Florida, and I've gone down, like, after the fire, I've gone to visit my family, and we drive down the highway, and there's just black forest where trees were, everything's just black where there was fires. It's amazing. So anyway, but it does grow back. It has grown back now. That was a few years ago now, that since there were fires in Florida. But yeah, it does grow back, fortunately. But it takes time. So anyway, this is the pretty side of these flashcards. So let's get out our die cuts. I do have the apple stickers here too, in case I need one, or maybe we'll do at least one apple, because I got those apple stickers that I showed you in my Thrifty Thursday. And let me get I want to start with, Well, I'll show you all of what I have first. I have three, you know, you think I would learn to close the top of my little package here. I just dumped everything out. Before the video, I dumped one thing out. I was like, oh, I didn't close the top of that package and something fell out. You would think I would have closed it at that time. No, I didn't. I did not. I left it open and now they all just fell out. Okay. I was just anxious to start crafting. Today's my early day. I'm doing this on Friday afternoon. And I get so excited to get home and do whatever I can do, crafting and whatever I want to do, you know, because of this extra time I have during the summer, because we have what we call summer hours, and we get off at 12:30 on Fridays during the summer. And well, I didn't get to leave till 1:30, or I don't know, I don't know if it was a little before 1:30 or after 1:30. I was just so excited to just leave that I didn't really even look at the time. But I had some work to do to finish, so I couldn't leave at 12:30. That's the deal. Like, you can leave, yeah, you can leave at 12:30, but you got to have your work done. If your work's not done, you can't leave at 12:30. And there was a ton of stuff I had to do today that had to be done today, and there was no way to get it done between 8:30 and 12:30. I had to stay an extra hour to get it done, so I did. I was a good girl and got my work done. I had to, you know. If I didn't, my boss would not be happy with me. So this is some little fussy cuts that came from, I think these came from a book, like a children's, you know, story book that had like 365 stories or something. And y'all might have, maybe you all remember it better than me, because I have shown you these before. But this is what I have in here. So I got this out because I didn't know what was in here, but that's not necessarily, those are kind of too big, so I'm thinking that's not going to be used. And then I have this package of fussy cuts, and this is all the fussy cuts that I have, but I have, in the next package I'll show you, I have quite a few. So in here is fussy cuts from a Winnie the Pooh book, and I have shown you these before too. So we could use some of these. Some of these are good size. So maybe before we get into the other one, the next one, we'll use something from here. This is almost, well, this is a tag, but it's a Winnie the Pooh tag I made out of a page. I think I remember this book. I think maybe the cover was messed up or something, and I just, you know, fussy cut out a bunch of the images, or I don't know. I don't remember exactly. Here's Piglet, here's Winnie the Pooh. See, I have to have, what I want to do is have a picture, and then we're going to put letters on either side, like a flashcard, like here and here. We've done this, I've done this before, I've made flashcards before. I just don't remember what I put in the middle. But I did put something in the middle before. But I used white cardstock to make new flashcards. I didn't recover or, you know, redo flashcards. So let's see. So this one is a good size, but it's almost too small. Let me see if we can find something in between this size and this size. Yeah. So let's see. Tigger, he's too big. The rabbit. These are really cute though. I like that. Let's see what something looks like on the other side. See, it even looks cute over here, doesn't it? As a decoration, if you just wanted to make these into tags. If you don't want to make flashcards, make some cute, you know, use your cutoffs, scraps, whatever, cover, and add a fussy cut, or stickers, whatever you have. And, you know, if you have some books, look through your books. Maybe you want to fussy cut a Winnie the Pooh book, or whatever books you have where you can get individual, you know, cutouts like this. Christopher Robin. He looks cute on there. Now here is this one. This one's going to have to be in a special spot. Here is Kanga and Roo. That's Roo. Little Roo. He's too small. Okay, now here's a couple of Winnie the Poohs that are smaller. Well, we're doing this side. So And these are too small. Okay. These are the perfect size. Look at that. So maybe we will, I guess Pooh is short for Winnie the Pooh, so we could say P for Pooh, or we could say W for Winnie the Pooh. Let me get my, I have 2 sheets of, I think I brought both of them over here. I have this one, colorful, and this one, and I have used the O's on this one, but I have 2 O's there, P, but I'm not spelling it out. I'm just using the first letter, so I don't need that. I need P or W, and on here, this one, I have P right there, some P's, and really you can use it. Let's see, this is LM, this is M. I have a W down here, right there. Let's see, let's go this way. That's a W. They have it upside down, but they have it UVW, so you could use that for an M or W, and I think really the same with the M's. You could use it for an M or a W, right? Don't you think? I'm not going to do it this time, but I really want to use these. I know you probably do want me to use these, but let's do it. Let's first of all, we need to glue the Winnie's down, and then we'll cover a couple more and make a couple more with the other little packet of fussy cuts. That's the plan. Okay, so I want these. I'm going to use a very sparingly this on. This is a pretty thick page, actually. It's not cardstock or anything, but it's not a thin, it's not a real thin type of paper. So it's from a book that kind of, the pages are a little thick, slick. So that kind of, page is actually a little sturdier maybe than some older pages. Like really old, like a really old book. Okay. That's super cute. Cindy has this little, looks like a sailor cap there. It looks like a paper cap, those paper caps you make and fold and make a paper cap. That's what that looks like. So, alright, I think I have enough glue on there. What is this? Well, this is a little tiny pumpkin. Maybe we need to put that in his hand, because he doesn't have a hand there. Put a pumpkin in his hand. I think he needs a pumpkin in his hand, don't you? I think he does. Alright. Okay. Yeah, I looked at flashcards too. And I was thinking about cutting some images out of flashcards, so you could do that. If you have flashcards with images you like, or game cards, you could do that to get your fussy cuts. Alright, there we go. So I don't think I need to put glue on the back of these stickers like I usually do, but let me see how sticky they are. I don't want to, see how thin it is on this one? I don't want to break it in any way by trying to with glue stick or something, So let's just see how we do. P for Pooh, P-O-O-H, and here's, let's see, I only have 3 P's on here. Let's see if I can peel this one off. There's my little pumpkin. Don't let me forget to glue it down on his hand. He's like, we'll pretend like he's, oh, this has a little middle piece that I need to get off here. I mean, you could leave it on if you wanted to, right? But I don't want to. Oh, what is this? Some more sticker? Oh, shoot, I'm peeling off the sticky part. Now this one I am going to have to add glue to, because some of the paper came off the back, or is trying to. I'm going to put a little, instead of glue stick, I'm going to put a little bit of this glue on here, because if if I swipe it with a glue stick, I can just see me ripping it apart, you know what I mean? Okay, I think I got a little bit of fabric tack on there. Just a little bit. There's a string right there I want to get off. String of glue. Okay. Alright, let me see if I can get this off my finger now without ripping it apart. These are kind of delicate. They're more delicate than they look on the sticker sheet, actually, because they look bigger, and then when you peel them off, they're smaller. And I got that in, that's from this is actually, I believe, from a Hobby Lobby collection kit. You know, those collection kits you can get at Hobby Lobby with, you know, they have stickers and whatever, all the things in there. That's what that's from. So that one's done. Easy as that, except for the pumpkin. I almost forgot. Because his hand is not there. Apparently his hand may have been touching something else. You know, that I couldn't, you know, like another, you know, Winnie the Pooh friend. And so I had to cut it. Alright, so I'm going to pretend like he's giving a pumpkin like that. So we're going to put it right there in the appropriate spot. Hopefully he's presenting a little pumpkin to someone. Yeah. I just fell out of the one little ephemera packet. It didn't come from Winnie the Pooh. I keep it from the other packet. I think where everything fell out. I think, but I'm not sure. Anyway, that's cute. Okay, now this one, I don't have I want one here and one here, so let's see if we have two W's, so we could put Winnie. W for Winnie. So this pink is very light, so it won't show up that well, but he's kind of like this golden yellow color anyway, so let's get this. I did the same thing with the P here where I got the golden yellow one, and then the green. This is a dark green, in case you can't see it in the camera, the color. It's like a hunter or forest green, I guess. Okay. See how thick the letters look, and then you peel them off and half the color. Not half the color, but a little of the color stays on there, so I'm not tearing it. I'm not tearing it. But they're so much thinner than they appear at first. Okay, there's a little piece of paper in here I need to get off. It's the in-between paper, not the back paper. These are really sticky though. Well, let me get my, how about this? That doesn't want to come off of there. But it has to. Well, maybe I need my scissors to cut it off. Wow, that's not just being difficult there. It's in a difficult spot is what it is. I should just leave it on there, but I don't want to. Okay, I got it. Kind of. These scissors are kind of big for this actual thing that I'm doing here. I need to get some smaller scissors. Okay, I've got it. I got it, my friends. Thank you for your patience. Alright, now I just have to get it off my finger without breaking it. Okay. Winnie, there you go. W for Winnie the Pooh. It is what it is at this point. Okay. Now, I'm going to leave that glue and get another W. So we need one down here, and hopefully this one will come off better. Let's see if we can do a better job of getting this one off of here without bringing any extra paper with it or tearing it. Yeah, being it has these three skinny pieces, this one's harder to get off of here. Yeah, I hadn't used these letters before. I mean, I used a couple E's and an O like I showed you, but yeah, these are not They're really pretty with the colors, but they're very kind of difficult to get off of the sticker sheet. Crazy. Crazy. Okay, I think we've done it. Huh. Who would have thought that that would be so difficult? Because this paper is trying to, I guess these are just not, I'm going to put some glue on here too, if I can get some out of here. Oh my word. This, these letters, if you've gotten them from Hobby Lobby, from those collection kits, I am not impressed with these letters. I guess this is the first time I've really tried to use them, and it's like, you would think they would be better quality, right? I had no idea. Alright, a little glue will go a long way, I think. I'm getting this glued down. But it's just it's so thin. Alright, I'm not complaining. I'm still using them. Alright, let's see, that piece, this piece. It's handmade. It's not perfect, but it's cute. I just want to get this nice and glued down here. Whew! That was a test of my patience. Okay, but he's cute. He was worth it. I just want to make sure. I don't want anything to, like, these are stuck down good. That's not the problem. I just, if anything sweeps across, I don't want anything to pull them off. You know what I mean? Like, run into them and pick at them or anything. So anyway, super cute. All right, so let's put Pooh away, because we used the two that we liked best on these that were the perfect size, the two Winnie the Poohs. So I'm going to put all Winnie the Pooh back in its container, this little plastic envelope. And this one has a closure like that. And now I'm going to go ahead and show you the other package. Let's put these, I'm going to try to remember to show you these when we're done. But well, let's get two more. This took way longer than I thought. So we're going to get two more out here. And go ahead, glue them down quickly. Okay, let's see. This is the piece of file folder I just cut off there. And I'm going to glue these down. It doesn't matter which side I use, I guess. If you want your little, if you have these exact cards, or, I mean, you could do this and make a little, if you wanted to have a little slant like that. But those are, let's see. But yeah, it doesn't matter to me which way they go, so I'm just going to glue them down any which way and just go with whatever. It doesn't matter to me. Okay, here's one. I'm going to try to put it right on the edge so I don't have to cut off that edge. I don't think I did that last time. Right on the edge. Okay. Maybe I'll put this one on the other edge. Ah, now we're thinking. I didn't think of that before. I was just thinking of, I was actually trying to see if I could get three on here. But we'll see if we can get one in the middle after I put this one on the very edge of this side. How about that? Alright, I just want to make sure my corners especially are glued down and my edges. Yes, looks good. I'll put this one on the very edge over here. Let's see. It's on the very edge, so I won't have to cut that. Now, I think we might be able to get one in the middle. Looky there. I don't know why I didn't do that last time. I guess I think I thought I had more room than I did, and then I didn't. I didn't have enough room there on the piece that was left, but I didn't do it like this last time, so learn from my mistake. It wasn't really a mistake, I just, learned from my own experience. There, okay. So this is my cutoff C from before, and actually I might be able to use this on one. Oh, it does fit right on. I think it does fit right on, so I'll use that later on another. I have quite a few more here left to redo. So seeing that these are so close together though, now I have to cut them all out just to make sure I don't cut into them like with my paper cutter. So let's just do that real quick here. No plans for the weekend except for family days tomorrow. So my little grandbaby daughter is 4 months old already. I know you guys have been hearing me talk about her. And she's 4 months old already. Can you believe that? Well, some of you that have been around for a while know how excited I was to have my first granddaughter. And, it was like waiting for my first granddaughter to be born. It seemed like it took forever, that 9 months. I thought it would never get here. And now she's 5 years old, almost 6 years old. Y'all, what the heck? It's been a fun almost 6 years though, really, I have to say. I love spoiling my grandbabies. I can't even believe I have grandbabies, but yeah. Love spoiling them, love spoiling them. So you try not to spoil your own kids, right? You like, because you need to have them behave. They can't be expecting a present every time they turn around, right? But that's not so with your grandbabies. You can just spoil away. You get to have all the fun and then send them home, and they have to make them behave, right? They do have to behave at your house too, though. Otherwise, you might have a problem when you're babysitting. But yeah, it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, I got snacks. Stopped at Dollar Tree today. I have a little video coming up with snacks I got for Family Day on my other channel. That's where I do stuff like that. Oh, I've been having some fun learning some new editing techniques. Lots of fun. I could really get into that if I had, I am getting into it on my other channel, and I had fun. I'm having fun learning, and I can see where, I can see why people like editing as far as adding effects and things. That is a whole lot of fun, let me tell you. I like it anyway. And I have hardly tipped the iceberg of what there is to even do, right? I just barely did some things. It was a lot of fun. Okay, we have 3 recovered here. Fun. So this is going to be our flashcard side, and then let's see what kind of. Okay, I have this one. This paper here has pizza on it. Let's cut this fold off and put this on one. Oh, why aren't you cutting? There we go. Maybe I didn't have it under there enough. Cut that little sliver off. And I think this should be wide enough. Yep, see? All right. This will be a cute little back on this one. I've had this paper in my cabinet for years. I don't even know. I wonder where I got it. I have no idea, because I've had it so long. It has pizza on it, in case you can't see what's on here. Light blue with pizza. I wonder where I did get this. I think I may have got it from a subscription pack I used to get a long time ago. Like, I'm trying to think of the name of the company. If I think of it, I'll tell you. But anyway, you would get a traveler's notebook in. Maybe you recognize, maybe you know what I'm talking about. You would get a traveler's notebook. And I hate to say it, but I actually didn't like the traveler's notebooks that they sent. So I took them apart and used the paper just as scrapbook paper. Yeah, it was just one-sided scrapbook paper, I think. Like, I was pretty disappointed because it's like, and they put it together with staples. I was like, you know, I could do that. I don't need somebody to charge me for a stapled bunch of cardstock scrapbook paper that's stapled together. I didn't, yeah, it was very disappointing. So anyway, and I didn't really use the traveler's notebooks as scrapbooks because I didn't like the way they did it. So I used the scrapbook paper, and I just had a lot of it because I had a 1-year subscription. I kind of wanted to cancel, and they wouldn't let me. So I had 12 months, once a month. I got their little kit, and I didn't like it, so I had to deal with it for a year and pay for it. All right, so let's go ahead. I'm trying to see if I have another. Hold on. I think I have some more scraps here. I don't want to use this on here. I think I'm going to put this on a tag or something. Make this into a tag. I think that would be really cute because it has that flower on it. And the other side of the pizza one has a label on it. So that would be a cute tag too. And then I know I have some scraps here from this journal I'm working on. Let me just, I piled things on top here so that I could do this video. I piled things on top of my scraps. Yeah, oh, here's a perfect one. Oh my goodness. Look, apples. That would be really cute. So, let's see, we need to cover this one. Oh, that's perfect. It'll fit right on there. Okay, let's do this one with apples. Yeah, so if you got one of these in one of my, that's why I put it in there, because I put it in a pocket. And that's why I put things in, a lot of things in the pockets that I haven't done anything with. You know, it's not a handmade piece of ephemera with me. It's a piece that you can work with, you know, and craft with and do whatever you want with. So, that's what that's all about. Okay, there we go. This is going to be so cute with the apples. On the other side of this one. And we'll cut the extra off here. I'm trying to get right next to the edge but not cut into the card. But, and in our little corner, look, isn't that cute? Perfect for a school journal. And then there's another cut off there. This is a card. Oh, what did I do? Did I put that on? Oh, I think I put that over my... Oh my goodness. If you don't know what I did, I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you. All right, let me find another scrap for this one. I've got a few here. I've got some papery scraps too. I've got some wallpaper. Oh, the phone. Oh, I've got some... Really, oh, here's another piece of fun paper. That's kind of school related. This one here. Let's see if I want to do that one because it's kind of oriented in a different way. I don't know if I want to do that. Oh, let's use the red side. How about that? Yeah, and this side, this time we're going to put it right on this side. Oh my goodness. Sherry. word. You know, I was thinking at work, it's Friday when I had to stay late today. I was thinking, you know, it's Friday. I think my brain shuts off at 12:30 on Friday. I was actually saying that to myself at work. You want me to work late, but you know, if you know anything could happen after 12:30, because you know my brain wants to shut off at 12:30 and go home. I actually said that to myself, not to anybody else, just to you guys, because I know you won't tell anybody. Yeah, I need to go home and craft. All right, so yeah, we got that pretty red side, and that actually could be decorated too. Or you could even write on that with a black, like a black pen, pen or blue pen maybe even, or a white pen, a white marker, a black marker, you know, Sharpie, a thin point. All right, so we've got this one, and we've got this one. This is the flashcard side, and we need a flashcard side on this one. Fortunately, I have plenty of file folder. Yeah, I have a bunch I need to bring home too, but I kind of thinking about, you know, because I usually bring them home like this, like they're actual still folders. And so I could just bring the folders home, but I was thinking of actually using my paper cutter at work because it's a nice, big, one of those big, you know, industrial office type guillotines, and just cutting them in half and maybe like cutting off the tab where it has something there in that guillotine at work. And then I just want to make sure this is not going to move. And then bring it home, you know. Save myself some cutting at work at home, because that guillotine at work is just so nice and sturdy and strong. I should get one for home, but I have not bit the bullet on that because it's those are not cheap, you know. They're, depending on what brand you get, I would say they're anywhere from, I think, $50 and up for one of those big, you know, square ones. Yeah, so do I want to keep that? I don't know, maybe. We'll see. I might go ahead and cut something like that off and throw it away so I can just keep this. I don't have a weird thing to keep. Alright, so we got all the little corners cut off. We got our manila folder. Oh, I got a little bit of scrapbook paper right there sticking out. And now, oh, did I show you the other packet yet? Oh my goodness, let me get it. The one that dumped out. This is it right here. So I've got lots of stuff in here. We're going to quickly pick out 3 pieces, glue them down, and then find letters to go with them. So I'm not going to be picky about what it is, just something that looks cute. So, like, let's see. Here's a pokey little puppy. He's too wide. And here's a kitty cat. Like, oh, he's too big. Shoot. Like, I could cut part of him off, but I don't want to. I'm sure there's something in here that's the right size. Let me get a few pieces out here. So, and I'm going to just dump, without going through too much, I'm going to dump the ones that are too big over there. Okay, here's a walrus. The ones that are too big or too small, I'm just going to dump over there quickly so we can, oh, I like this little bus. Look at that. Or is that a taxi? Oh, it says taxi right there. It's a taxi. Oh, that's so cute. I might have to, oh, there's a bear. There's another bear. Let's see, I would like something a little bigger though. These are okay, but they're a little small. Let's see what I have in here that might be a little bigger. There's some words. There's some smaller pieces. So these are from Richard Scarry, in case you didn't know. These are from a Richard Scarry book. Here is a fox. He might be perfect. F for fox. I think we could manage that. There. See how he fills up the whole card? I like that. Here's a bear that's a little bit bigger. and he has some words, washing his face. So we'll see. I kind of would rather have his face showing. Oh, here's something for, oh, this is cute for Halloween, but not for this. Oh, here's a squirrel. Let's see. Let's put him here because then you can see his face. So S for squirrel, F for fox, and then I would like something a little bigger here. Okay, here's my little bunch of goodies. Let's see what we can find. Oh, what is this? No, that's a big piece of, that's a window that I cut out. What's this? Oh, it's this side. It's a little small. It's better when I pull out a bunch and then maybe something will pop out here. Something bigger may be popping out here. Let's see. These are all pretty small though. We'll use a smaller piece if we can't find a bigger piece. But oh, here's a little bear in a chair. See how those are just so perfect. There's Nurse Nancy. That's from a little golden book. That's not from Richard Scarry. It's a little tiny scarecrow. Let us see. Oh, what's this? Ah. Oh, isn't she cute? Let's see. We can do like baby, B for baby, maybe. Or G for girl. I don't know. All right, I think I'm gonna go. These are just too cute. I can't. I have to go with these. All right, let's glue them down. That was pretty quick, right? But you got an idea of my fussy cuts there from Richard Scarry, and there was some from a little golden book. The little golden book I cut up was the one that's, or I think it was only one, but it was one that had, because I don't really want to make a cut journal out of the cover of the little golden book that has more than, has like a bunch of stories in it. And so the cover isn't really one that I would use. I mean, I have seen people make journals out of that cover, which is fine, but I don't really want to make a journal out of that cover. It's just not, it's not me. So that particular book like that, that's what I used, the little golden book I used to cut up to get little golden book images. And usually that book has shiny pages in it, which is, I think that's what that's from. This is from Richard Scarry, I believe. That might be from the little golden book too. Because I think this is from Richard Scarry. And it's not shiny. Okay, so there we go. I have them mixed up. I have them both in here in this pocket. This little zipper pocket. And this is shiny too. Smooth or slick. Not necessarily shiny, but it's slick. That little squirrel, and this is too. So I actually picked out, because the Richard Scarry images are all smaller, I actually picked out 3 from the little golden book. So just to tell you where I got them, in case you're wondering where you can get some. And I got that at a thrift store. I found it at a thrift store. I think I have another one in my stash that I will probably cut up at some point. Alright, so those are super cute. You could leave them like that, just like that, but I happen to be making flashcards. So, let's see. Let's do F for fox first and finish that one. And let's see. Quickly. These are not going to give me a hard time. Alright, so it doesn't matter what color. These are all kind of brighter color, bolder colors here. They'll show up on here, so I'm just going to go with this green. Oh look, it matches his hat. I didn't even notice that till just now. See if we can get it right up there in that corner. F for fox. And one more. So this is a good way. I like this for using up these letters because I don't use these letters for anything else but making flashcards. So yeah, I like it for that. This little project, making flashcards, using up my letters. So there's the fox. Let's see. I'm trying to find the other ones we made so we can look at them at the end. What did I do with them? You know, it may have, oh, here they are right in front of me. Okay, I got Winnie the Pooh there, the fox. Now S for squirrel. So I've got a bunch of S's here. I'm going to be careful and just try to get these off without damaging them. I was trying before, but it was not very successful. Okay, S for squirrel. Oh, this is sticking to my finger. I have to say these have a lot of glue on the back though. That's one good thing about them. I mean, I can feel the glue pulling on my finger, like actual glue coming off on my finger. That's how much glue these have on the back. And this little blue at S for squirrel has this almost the same color as his little overalls. So let's get that one. It was the next one anyway, it was the next S, but I just noticed it's the same color as his overalls. So isn't that cool? Alright, fun. Love it. Okay, now, girl or baby? I think I'm going to do, well, let's see what letters I have. I have G's and B's. I think they're both girls. So, like that, this little baby has pink on. So I think it's a little baby girl. So let's do let's do G for girl. Because I'm more likely to use the B's somewhere later than the G's, I would say. Don't you think? And I have an opportunity to use G, so let's use the G's. G for girl. That's what it's all about right here. G, green G, and let's use a pink on this one because, you know, girl. Even though it's not going to show up that well, but it will be fine. It'll be really cute. G for girl down here in the corner. And you could do these corners. I just happen to like these corners for this one for some reason. Just going with those corners. Okay, my friends. That took way longer. It always does take longer than I think a craft will take. Like I'm thinking, oh, this will be so quick, and then it takes so long. But that's the way it is. I'm just clearing off a spot so we can have a nice little pretty spot to look at our cards we made today. So we just finished these. G for girl, S for squirrel, F for fox, P for Pooh, and W for Winnie. Isn't that fun? And super cute. And then the other sides, apples, pizza, red with spots, purple, and stars. And so, yeah, the other side could be, something could go on there. Whenever somebody gets that in their journal, they could add a writing spot or a note paper or more decorations, just whatever. And now they're all clean. So we went from this grungy, I don't know if you can see how grungy these are, but grungy to clean and pretty. So thank you for watching today. I hope you liked that idea, and I will see you in my next video. Have a great day.